Man, Kyle,
Yeah, it's Kyle.
my phone rings a lot, and I don't know who it is, so I never pick up.
I was just thinking as I was dialing, I was like, it's not going to be much longer. You're not going to be able just to give out your cell phone like that.
Yeah, my wife and I had a conversation last night about getting new phones and new phone numbers. It's been a little hectic lately.
Yeah, I would imagine so. Well, congratulations on it being hectic lately.
Thanks, man. It feels good.
I'd actually, there was a moment. So, retracing our what little bit of prehistory we have right here. That's redundant, isn't it?
Yep.
Prehistory, because yeah. Well, I mean, when the first track, the Mondo Cozmo track came out, I think that was Hold On to Me, the first one I saw.
Hold On to Me.
Yeah, and
you were one of the first guys to play it.
Right, and I saw that one. Was like, this is great. Put it on the air. You and I trade some tweets and everything, some messages.
Yep.
And it was only after Shine came out and we added it, and I heard my morning DJ be like, "Oh yeah, this is Joshua Ostrander from Eastern Conference Champions," and I'm like, "Well, holy hell, we played Eastern Conference Champions a ton, and I never put it together
so cool.
that's who you were."
That's awesome.
No, we love that, especially the that album with Attica and Patience and all that stuff. Like that was a huge record for us.
Yeah, I was always like, man, that's a great. I love that record.
Yeah.
I love that. Attica's like one of my. I was like, how is this not a big song? You know what I mean?
Well, it worked for us anyway.
That's awesome, man. Thank you so much. That's sweet of you.
Yeah. Well, I thought that's where we start because how what's the journey? How do you get from Eastern Conference Champions to Mondo Cozmo? What's the story in between?
ECC, we did, we signed like a deal with Interscope or something like long time ago, probably like 10 years ago. And then we put out a record, and then we started self-releasing after that. And that's when we put out Speaka. And we had a little bit of success. Like we were able to tour through Europe and stuff and through the States. And then we started working on the next record. And then we had this record. It was called Love in Wartime, and it was just a great record. And we couldn't find anybody to put it out. Mm-hmm. And then we just kept hitting walls. And it was so sad because I had the realization, I'm like, for me to get music out, I have to leave ECC because I write a lot of music, and I was just like bummed that I wasn't able to release it. So yeah, man, that was tough. We packed it up and we put Love in Wartime just online so people could get it. And then I started writing songs for what would become Mondo Cozmo, and I was working 2 landscaping jobs, and then I would come home at night and start recording in my bedroom, and it was tough, man. That was a tough year. And then I had Shine, and then I had Hold On to Me, and I was like, man, what am I gonna do to go? Because I got a manager, and I was like, all right, let's try to see if anybody wants to put this out. But we needed like a calling card. We needed something to blow them away when we walked in. Mm-hmm. And so I asked my buddy Anna Faris to be in the Hold On to Me video. And then so we go into the office of the president of Universal, whoever, and playing the song. And the guy starts crying because the video is so emotional to him. And like, maybe something's going on in his life or it was connected to it. And it was the first time I saw somebody like connect with the music, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, like this is amazing." Since then, man, it's just been it's been nuts. It's been really, really great.
And then you have this amazing song, Shine, that is really it's got the fire right now. It's got the bullet, whatever the metaphor is right there. But it's taking off, and what a cool song because. There is this spirituality in the song, and there's the references to pot, or is the way I take it anyway. Right. And that's an interesting tie together right there. Like, where did that come from? The song just came together, man. Like lyrically and melodically, it happened so quick. And I remember the last thing I recorded was the bridge, where it said, "Come with me, Mary, through these modern lines. Stick with me, Jesus, till the end of time." But You can hear. I sing the last line of that bridge, and you can hear my voice break because I nearly started crying because at that very moment of singing that line, I knew this was the best thing I'd ever done. And it was just like, I get goosebumps even thinking about it because I just remember singing that and just being like, oh my God, this is bigger than me. And then there's also the Bastard song that can't be released, right?
Oh my God. Well, I think we're rounding the corner on it from what I hear.
Yeah. So tell me about that one, because that's got a nice Bowie sample in it.
No, so this is it's got a sample from an old soul song on there. We wrote it. My wife and I, the weekend that Bowie passed away, my wife and I were cleaning the house, and she put on some playlist or something, and I heard that sample, and I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. I just took it and made a song out of it and didn't think anything of it. I was just like, I want to, I was just messing around in the studio. I was like, oh, this is cool. And then the label was like, look, you can't just put this out because it's somebody else's, you know what I mean? So we waited. We came with the idea is Friday. We waited on a Friday till the New York office is closed and the label's office is closed. And then we just put up a video with a link because you can't put it on YouTube or anything that would monetize it, right?
Right.
So I'm like, well, if I just give it out from my Dropbox, my personal Dropbox, I'm like, I'm just sharing it with my friends at that point. So a couple people started picking it up and the feedback was good. And then Jason Bentley out here on KCRW started playing it and talking about it. And every time he played it, my phone would just die because so many people were emailing to get the link. And it became like one of the most popular songs at KCRW this year. But it was like he started playing it and my manager called. He's like, they're playing Plastic Soul on the radio right now. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't know. And, but and the cool part of it is the reaction. I was able to go to the label and be like, I have like thousands of emails here of people that are just, because not only did they have to search the song, it doesn't come up on Shazam or anything. They had to go see the playlist. Then they had to find out where to watch the video to get the email address, then email it, and then download the link. Like that was a lot of steps for somebody to get a song. Yeah. So I was able to go to them and be like, people really like this. Here's proof, So at that point, they were like, all right, let's try to get it cleared. So Rob from Peter did the pull. It's going to work out.
It was kind of, it was cool to see your arrival, though, because, especially if you look around now at some of the, the posts from magazines, there is a mystery about you, and that word is even used. It's a mystic-like thing. And I don't know, was that just because you were a new name, the Mondo Cozmo moniker was a new name, and no one could find the info? Did you craft that in a way? Is this a persona, I guess is what I'm trying to get at, in the, I don't know, Father John Misty sense or something?
I think the idea was, because when we first came out, we wanted to give myself a little distance from ECC, just because I was in ECC for like 12 years. So it was like, I wanted people to work for it. And I didn't want people to assume anything when they heard the stuff, because I was kind of crafting a different type of sound, I think. And we wanted it to be like more of a like Beck situation where like when Odelay came out, it was just like the guy was doing whatever he wanted to do. Right. You know what I mean? One song wouldn't sound familiar to the next, but it was this voice that kept it all together. And that was our plan. My manager and I was just like, well, let's just do this. And like, we got one song that sounds like this, but the next song sounds like that. And I don't care. You know what I mean? So it's like that. So, but when people started asking questions, we just would kind of not answer them. And I didn't do any interviews for like the first whatever. And just hoping people would love the music instead of loving this fact that the guy from ECC is doing something new. You know what I mean?
I'm glad I didn't ask back then.
Well, if you didn't know,
it's true.
You're one of the guys that would know.
And once I found that out, it made sense because there was your voice. There was a reason. I liked the song, but it was almost like there was a familiarity there that I couldn't hit. And I'm glad I didn't know. I probably would have judged it entirely different. I'm sure I probably would have loved it still, but it would have been completely different. I'm all for the mystery in rock and roll. I think it is a lost art. I am nostalgic for that type of of the history and everything. So, what you're doing with Mondo Cozmo, I love everything about it.
Thanks, man.
Anyway, I'm excited about everything for you, man. Congratulations on all this. It's
dude,
like I said, it's
about
time. So
I appreciate that, and dude, thank you so much for being one of the first guys to roll the dice on it. I really appreciate that.
Happy to be there every time. So
awesome, man.
Take care out there, and we'll see you soon.
You're the best, bro. I'll talk to you later.
All right, bye.
All right, bye.